Good evening, and welcome to Tales from Damar. I am the narrator. Tonight's tale is titled, Truth Be Told, Our Unwritten History, Oral History of the Reeds. Have you heard of the Wanderers? No? Well, they like it that way. And that's not even really their name. It's just what others call them. Some will look cautious and whisper under their breath and tell you that they are criminal gangs, each fanatically attached to a beast cult, bound together by a blood curse that prevents them from harming each other. Otherwise, the story goes, the rival gangs would surely murder one another's members, then turn on their own until there were none left. The reality is far more interesting, and in its own way, more terrifying. Let's start by calling the Wanderers what they call themselves, followers, because they don't believe in leaders. Why not, you might be wondering? Why don't they believe in leaders? What if I told you there were other kinds of belonging than a patch of land and a family who you have known since you were born, and a local tavern, and a trade you grew up in? If the people around mostly think that's what life's about, then maybe you haven't met any followers. But not everybody chooses to live that way, and not everybody has that choice. There are a lot of patch of land types here in Damar Keep, but we Reeds are not like that. Like a lot of those who visit here, we aren't so fixed in place. You'll find us on the road, in the tavern, in the woods, on the water, sleeping where we want. We do what we need to get by, but mostly we want to just be. If you want to be a Reed, you can. Why not? I'm the maverick of the family, wanting to learn to be a brewer because I got interested, but they don't mind. It's not like there are rules for how to belong. So we Reeds do meet up with the follower from time to time, and we know why they don't believe in leaders. Would you like to hear the story? Well, back around when my grandpa was young, the followers had a leader. He wasn't who they follow. They aren't sheep. They all follow different animals, whatever animal they want to be like. Lots of them are panthers. Some are wolves. Some are bears. I've even met a bobcat. But this leader they had was someone who helped them get more organized, have an annual meeting, get to know more than just a few other followers they find on the road. As far as I can figure out, the followers started to act more like a group. They had meetings. They had healers. They had education. They even organized a free breakfast program. Anyone could show up. You didn't have to swear anything, or wear any colors, or have a tattoo, or know a password. A few followers would just set up by the roadside, anywhere, and feed whoever wanted to stop and share a bowl. Armente organized all that. But he also made the nobles nervous. They never liked it when people get organized into groups that are different from the ones they register and order. Guilds and houses that get formed or established by the barony and have official members. But you know what? People aren't sheep. Still, sometimes people get their throats cut. Rumors started spreading that the followers were fanatical beast cult gangs who were turning on each other, and then they started turning up dead in their beds. The only thing that could stop them from killing each other was fanatical oaths? Oh, please. What was killing them was not each other. It died down once Armente was dead and everyone was afraid of them. So what do the followers do now? Well, whatever they need to get by. They still follow their animals. They still meet up in 2s and 3s on the road. Do they do crimes? Well, I think it kind of depends on who's talking. Is it a crime to meet up with someone if you're not a house or a guild? Is it a crime to take a job for someone you met at the tavern? Is it a crime to live in the woods? Is it a crime to feed anyone you meet or teach them to read? But some of you might say, why should we believe you? Why do they call themselves followers anyway if they don't have a leader? What does it mean to follow an animal? Are panthers or bears or wolves or bobcats all criminals and fanatics? Can you tell them by their stripes and tattoos? What do you think? Have you heard a different story? Tell us in the comments below.